Hi Nikki friends, and welcome to the first speed style with me. I personally love watching people speed build, and so I thought, hey, why not try doing something similar except with outfits? Because I love styling in Infinity Nikki. It is so much fun. I could sit there and style and take pictures like all day. And so I thought I'd share this little process of mine. So in today's video, we are going to be styling the 7 default outfit slots that we get in the game, and they will all be themed after classic fall. So think crunchy leaves, pumpkin patches, golden fields, neutral warm tones. And this first outfit specifically is supposed to embody branches of trees and their discolored foliage. For this, I did end up using the new 4-star dress that we got from 1.10 update, the Grains of Yesterday, in combination with the Forest Echoes back piece that came with Meadow Symphony Home Ability outfit. I struggled with the hair so much, but in the end, I finally picked the Miku hair. I was going to use the puffy hair that came with Grains of Yesterday outfit, but I didn't want to use too many pieces from the set since, you know, we're trying to make new outfits, so I switched it up. At this point, I also started to get the concept solidified for this outfit, which was Fallen Leaves Elf. And there is no elf outfit in Infinity Nikki without the earrings from Blooming Dreams. And to continue the elf motif, I topped it off with Wishing Star hair accessory from the outfit Star Wish Echoes. Few more accessory choices, and it was finally time to select the handheld item. And in this case, there was no better option than the Lotus umbrella from the Froggy Fashion outfit. For the shoes, I am so glad that I got the ones from the Forever Bond outfit, because they are so perfect for outfits like this that portray beings that are connected to nature. And now I actually decided to go back and re-dye some parts of the dress just to make them a bit more brown, a bit more neutral, to again echo the colors of the crunchy autumn leaves in their latest stages. For the Eurekas, I tried to keep it simple and just add a bit more flair and sparkle to the outfit with some of the nature-esque Eurekas. Now, as I was playing with the makeup, I accidentally conjured this Uncanny Valley horror, and I will save it for the Halloween time. Now that everybody experienced the nightmare that was, we finally solidified the makeup, which concludes the first outfit. Next, I wanted to try and do an outfit resembling the Toadstool mushroom, which this first dress actually reminded me of and gave me the idea for. However, I did decide to swap the dress for a different one. I just really wanted something more poofy, which is why you will see me cycle through multiple ones trying to find the dress that would have dyeable layers that could give me the look of the top a hat of the mushroom and then the bottom white gills. And this is where I realized that I can dye the Rainfall and Blossoms hat to just basically perfectly match the image in my head. God, I love this hat. And so I did, and I love how it turned out. But this is actually where, based on this hat, I realized that I wanted a similar white rim on the bottom of my dress, and thus began the search for a dress that I could dye in such fashion. I tried this one, didn't like it, because again, I couldn't really dye the bottom parts. I tried the birthday dress, also couldn't dye the bottom part to be enough of a white contrasting color to kind of pop off. Although this one was kind of close. It was close. I almost considered it. For the hair, I've considered so many options, but I pretty easily settled on Cradle of Rain from, again, the Rainfall and Blossoms. It's just so good. And we're back to dresses. So I just wasn't satisfied with how the previous one looked, So we're back to trying different dyes and seeing which one works. I liked Rebirth Wish dress here. I thought it was pretty good, but then I tried on the Hometown Breeze dress, and that sold it. I was like, this is it, with the hat, with the hair, it just all came together. And now on to accessories. For gloves, I kept it simple with just some white gloves. And then for the back piece, when I tried on this shoulder cape from the Enduring Bond outfit, I was like, maybe there's something here. Maybe there's something here. Let me try, let me dye it, let me see how it looks. But I did end up scrapping that. I didn't really like it in the end. Then I tried the Grains of Yesterday wings, and I sort of liked it, but I still wanted to try a few other things. So I went back and forth between various handhelds, and then I just scrapped back piece completely, and then I actually just decided to pivot and work on makeup real quick just to see if that comes together. Maybe it will kind of help me with the rest of the outfit. Then I was playing around with the shoes, which were also pretty difficult for me to pick for some reason, but I ended up going with these, like one of the very first shoes we ever got in the game. And, you know, I like them. They're cute. Topped off with some white socks, and then it was finally time to address the back piece once again. And I did go back to Grains of Yesterday wings. I just dyed them to match the color scheme a bit more. And you know what? In the end, I do like how this turned out. Some final tinkering with the makeup, and now it is time to go to the Eurekas. Once again, because the hat is so prominent and already has its own effects, I just picked something simple and called it a day. And thus it's time for outfit number 3. This one was kicked off from a glown-up version of the Honey Hunt outfit, because I really liked how that dress looked. I thought that color scheme was perfect for the theme that we're working on. I wanted this outfit in general to be a bit more simple, because the other ones so far have been pretty whimsical, so I wanted something a little bit more casual. I do really enjoy how this dress paired together with the Blossom Banquet vest. It just makes the outfit look so cozy and warm, and I love it. Of course, I had to add the mushroom necklace that we got from Starlit Shop that one time. I cycled through a couple options for the gloves, but decided to not have any gloves on this one and just have the accessory, the hand accessory instead. And this also turned into a perfect opportunity to use the giant sunflowers that we got, which I love so much, and I'm so glad I got to use them here. I think it just tied together with the headpiece and the bag so nicely, on top of breaking up the almost monotone color scheme that was starting to happen with a bit of yellow and green. And now, after tackling the makeup, I decided to revisit the hairstyle to see if there could be something else that I would like a bit better. And actually, I did end up using the hairstyle from Wheat and Sunlight outfit that we just got, because I think it just looked great under the headpiece. Now let's move on to outfit number 4. So for this one, I kind of didn't know what to do, honestly, at this point. So I was just playing around and looking through all the various dresses. And then I started kind of looking more into the darker colored dresses, and I realized that, hey, what if I did a crow outfit? And basically that's what I went with. As you can see, it's already coming together. I got the wings on. I've got the Sea of Stars dress dyed up into the darker colors. Now, there are other dresses that would probably match better for this purpose. For example, Crimson Feather's Eternal Blaze dress is, I mean, literally a feather dress. That would be perfect. Another contender is Clouded Long dress, which also features feather motifs in it and would be perfect. But I was trying to see if I could utilize other outfit dresses in this one. That would not be necessarily the first choice, which is why I picked the Sea of Stars dress. On the bottom, I went for Wishful Arosa shoes because I liked how they were on a platform, and I could also dye them to sort of match everything else really well. And as a cherry on top, I added the dyed Burb from Grains of Yesterday outfit as a little crow companion for my Nikki. A few more accessories, and of course I had to go for the Crimson Feather gloves for this outfit because they are just perfect. And then to add a bit more puffiness, I did go for the bracelets that came with Celestial Whispers outfit, and I dyed it to match the rest of it, and I thought it tied in with everything else so well. I love how that looks. Then I actually decided to play more with the hairstyle. I liked the previous one, but I wasn't sold on it. And then even in the end, I did go with Whispers of Waves hairstyle, but I'm still kind of not 100%. I don't know what it is. I just couldn't find the style that really worked 100% for me. And as you can see, like for a little bit, I did try a Rosa hairstyle, and I just kind of switched back and forth, but I ended up at the end with Whispers of Waves. And for the Eurekas, I went with Wild Blaze for head and legs, and then Flitter Flint for hands because I wanted it to look like she had sparkly trinkets around her hand. Just like that, we are on outfit number 5. This one actually came together really fast because I knew that I wanted to create some kind of deer elf character for this, and I knew I wanted to use the Clouded Long horns. So the vision was there, and it was just a matter of putting everything else together. At this point, I also put in over 180 pulls into Rainfall and Blossoms, so I had the next evolution, which I love the color of this evolution, and I didn't even want to change it. I just wanted to use it as is, and that sort of brought forth the inspiration for the rest of the garments, for which Tide of Tears outerwear element worked just so well with the color scheme. Again, I didn't even have to change a thing. It was just the default colors that worked together. I did almost also use the Snowy Ballad back piece in conjunction, but at the end I thought that maybe that was there was just too much going on, so I decided to yoink that out. For the hand piece, I dyed the Nightlight Whispers lantern, which is so adorable. I freaking love it, and I'm so glad that I actually had the dye colors that would match with the rest of the outfit. For the headwear, I ended up using Silvergale's outfit's piece because after dyeing it, I thought that it sort of looked maybe like ears of a fawn is what I was going for, so that's what you see here. I'm kind of realizing now that this outfit may not be as much of a, classic fall theme, but personally, to me, the deep emerald greens and browns, I would still put them in fall season simply because of the richness of the color, the moodiness and the overall aesthetic that they give. Now on to outfit number 6. This one, I knew exactly what I was doing because at this point, Cloud Reverie outfit came out, and so I knew what had to be done. And that was an outfit inspired by gloomy, rainy fall days, which also gave me the perfect excuse to use the Ripple song umbrella we got in the previous patches. And of course, I could not go without the hat from Rainfall and Blossoms and the dress from Cloud's Reverie. This is also where I finally got to use the Grains of Yesterday hair, which I really wanted to use in one of the outfits, but I just couldn't get to it. But this was it. This was perfect. And there's a lot going on in this outfit, but honestly, I don't care. I love it. This turned out so adorable, and I just love how everything matches thematically, and I love how I got to use some parts from other older outfits that also were weather cloud themed in this one. It just all kind of came together, and I was so happy. It gives me so much serotonin looking at my Rainfall Nikki here. I even used the Bye Bye Dust ability outfit boots here because, I mean, come on, rain boots right there. It's perfect. I will have to force myself to take this off for Halloween because it's just too cute. I cycled through so many necklaces here, but I actually ended up going with the 3-star falling star necklace that we get in the game for free. For gloves, I went with one more element from Cloud Daydreams, unsurprisingly. And then I topped off the look with the Drifting Paper Boat bag. For the makeup, I was spoiled for choice with all the various blue and sparkly makeup options that I had on hand, so that was a blast. And finally, for the Eurekas, I ended up using the First Snow headpiece with the little bunnies. I thought that was so cute, like little water familiars. And then rainbow leg piece. And then for the hands, I used part of the Flitter Fin set because they looked like raindrops, which was exactly what I wanted.